guys, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Brittany, and today I'm back with another Shop My Stash video. I upload these every single Tuesday, and today we're starting off in my little travel palette drawer just to put this back up. So this was a MAC palette. It was the Keepsakes Smoky Eyes. It was a holiday collection, I believe 2 years ago, and it just looked like that. So this was a pretty okay palette. I think I wore, my favorite look was the one that I wore today. I hope I took a picture of it, but it was just using this color all over the lid. If I didn't take a picture of it, I'm sure that I took a picture of it some other day, and if so, I'll put that on the screen now. A lot of the other looks that I got with this palette included my singles, except I know one day I wore this color all over the lid. This, and I'll put that on the screen right now. So, this was a palette that I enjoyed. I like it for travel, but it's one that I would always pair with like some of my singles, which is a good thing. It makes me pull my Stilas or my ColourPop Jelly Much shadows. Like, that's not a bad thing. I always use this color in the crease. I used this a lot for transition or outer V. I've used this all over the lid before, as you'll see when I put my singles. So yeah, all in all, pretty happy with that. So I'm just gonna put that back. And that's all for this non-new palettes that aren't a travel palette. And the only other palette I have in that other drawer is the Jaclyn Hill, just because it's so big. Eventually I'll put the Alien palette down there as well, but I needed it to prop up these. So when I think November, I think of a specific palette. Can you guys guess, by overlooking my collection, what palette I'm talking about? I'm talking about this one that's not really that popular. Or didn't have a popular opinion on it of being good, the Anastasia Subculture palette. I'll have to admit, I actually really enjoyed this when I used it. I believe I've only pulled it for 1 week before, so I'm excited to use it again. I remember it giving me very good fall vibes. I'm excited to have something that isn't a travel palette. Even though I'm going to still be busy, I'm just ready to be inspired again. So yeah, I can't wait to use this electric shade. And we'll pull this one, and that's all for this drawer. This is my new drawer. Last week from the new drawer, I chose out this ColourPop. It's a body glitter. I thought it was like a Jelly Much shadow when I got it. It's called Glitterly Obsessed. I wanted to try it all over my lids because I used it on my daughter, because it made very good unicorn freckles. I'll put that picture on the screen now. When I put it on her face, it got stuck to the finger that I applied it with very well. And I was like, I think I'm going to try this on the lid. I do plan on trying it on the lid, probably with the Alien palette because of that tall gray transition shade. But I didn't use it, so I am going to put it back in the new drawer. And the other item I pulled was the Jeffree Star Lippy and Soul Sucker, and we'll talk about that when we get to the Lippy drawer. This week, this is going to be kind of boring, but I pulled a moisturizer that was one of these little packets, and I just want to use these because the moisturizer I think had expired. I've had these forever. A friend gave them to me. I don't even know what they are. They're the Mary Kay products, so I'll figure these out. Some of it's like a hand softener, hand scrub, hand cream, and I know he went crazy about this. And then this one is a microdermabrasion. I don't know, I'll have to Google it. So yeah, I'm gonna try these two products, and I wanted to get these out of here because Saturday, I believe, I'm going to be uploading what's in my new drawer, so I just wanted to get the packets out. It's not as aesthetically pleasing or interesting to pull packets. So that is all I'm pulling from. Everything's Face It is in a blush, bronzer, highlight, contour drawer. Last week, I want to just say I absolutely loved like the base of my makeup, like the foundation, like that. I loved everything that I used. I thought that my skin looked really, really good. And it didn't experience the breakouts that I had been getting. But right now, I just want to put back this primer. This was the Smashbox Primer Water. It is in a project pan, so you'll see this in the very near future, but I'm going to put it back for now. And because my skin has just been so not good, I want to pull out this primer because, man, this primer, I remember when I got it, I used it for 2 weeks in a row, and my skin was the best it had ever looked. And the only thing different was I've been using this primer. But this is the Lancome La Base Pro Perfecting Makeup Primer Smoothing Effect. It does all those things, and I have combination oily skin, and it doesn't make me any oilier than any of my other primers, if that makes sense. So I can't wait to use this one again. Like, my skin always just felt so soft and so good when I use this, so it's time. It's time to bring her back out. And then for foundations, last week I used the Revlon Color Stay for combination oily. Like I say every time I pull this, this is like one of my absolute favorite foundations, if not my absolute favorite, even over high end. So we're gonna put this one back, and I'm actually gonna pull, just because I think that this foundation pairs well with that primer, I'm gonna pull the Dior Forever foundation. Forever, is it Forever Skin? I don't know. This is by far a favorite foundation. Like, I mean, that's probably the wrong wording. This is one of my least favorite foundations. But with that primer, it's okay. I mean, it's a good foundation. So this is not going to give you full coverage. I'm a more full coverage kind of gal. This gives you like medium, like not medium buildable, like if anything, like medium light coverage. And I have 2 shades because I like to mix them because I do spray tan. So yeah, we're going to pull these 2. And then for setting powders, as always, I'm going to keep in my Rimmel Stay Matte. I just use this for touch-ups. I used it for touch-ups a few times this week, which surprised me. I'm going to put back the Too Faced Born This Way Ethereal Setting Powder. Everyone loves this. I don't. But with that foundation combo that I used last week, I do really, really enjoy it. Like I said, I loved everything about the base of my face. I want to bring back out the Cover FX Perfect Setting Powder. This has become a favorite. Wasn't expecting it, but it totally has. So I'm going to pull this one. I'm also, there's a lot of powders, probably going to pull the Maybelline Super Stay. I know that foundation doesn't give me the coverage that I want, but I can't remember if it paired well with this foundation. So I'm going to pull this and possibly use it. And then for concealers, I have to tell you, I really, really, really enjoyed this. So much so that I'm going to keep in the Becca Brightening and just use it as my concealer. I think it made this combination, like the Hello Fab and the Avocado Concealer paired with this Becca Brightening, it worked so well. I think that's one of the things that was like making me look like, oh my gosh, like I really like your makeup right now, Brittany. And I think it was because of this product. So I'm going to put this one up, but I'm going to keep in the brightening and only use that. I don't struggle with dark circles, so I'm really just looking for brightening anyway. So yeah, I'm going to use this. I might regret it, but I'm using this concealer this week. And then for setting sprays, I used my Revlon Photo Ready Prep Set and Refresh. I enjoy this. It's a good drugstore one, and I'm going to pull out this Urban Decay All Nighter. I love this product. It's my favorite as far as like how it performs making your makeup last, especially if you have oily skin. Like, it doesn't get any better than this as far as the product. Although I'll tell you, when I use this, I do miss like the spray of the Revlon, and the Morphe one just had me absolutely spoiled. So yeah, we're gonna pull this one. For moisturizers, I'm going to keep this one in. I don't know if I'm going to permanently keep it in. I want to give her another try this week. This is the Clinique Dramatically Different Moisturizing Lotion. I normally get the moisturizing gel, and I think that's why I put it back in my collection. Like, it's not bad, it's just I have oily skin, and it's not that cold outside yet here in Kentucky, so I don't know. We're going to keep her in for another week. And that's all for this drawer. Blush, bronzer, highlight, contour drawer. I always keep in this Kat Von D Shading Light Contour just because I use it for setting my under eyes with that shade. If you guys have a better one, let me know so I don't have to pull this every week. But I also used this for contour last week. I like mixing these 2 shades when I have a spray tan, and these 2 shades when I don't, and this one alone when I'm just like really pale. So yeah, I'm going to keep this in, but not for contour, just for setting my under eyes and my eyelids. And then For contour this week, I want to use one I haven't used in forever. I really like this. This is the Too Faced Bronzed Peach. I use it as a contour shade, and I really enjoy it. So it's a cream product. Looks like that. Really like it. And then for bronzer last week, I don't know. I think it was just like the base of my, like the foundation and all that was really, really well. Because I normally don't like this bronzer as much, but I really liked it. This is the Too Faced Chocolate Soleil. It looks like that. It's just a sample. I finally hit pan on it. But yeah, I'm going to put this back. And I think I'm going to use the Butter Bronzer. I've seen a lot of people's Graveyard Project pans, like they use this up, and like I just am looking at it like, how? So yeah, it just made me want to pull it. So I'm going to pull this one. And then for blush, last week it was actually really pretty. Like, it wasn't my favorite blush, no, but she did the job. This was the Becca Camilla blush, and it just looked like that. I don't know. She was cute. I'm going to put that up. And then because I'm using that ABH palette, I want a more nude blush. So when I think nude blush, I always want to grab these two Tarte ones. I don't think that this is nude, like, at all. Let me see. No. So yeah, I want to go to this like darker nude color, the Tarte Feisty blush. I know you guys are sick of me pulling this, but I really like it. It's really easy, so I'm going to pull it. And then for highlight, I'm almost done with this. It's so sad. It's like one of my favorite products ever. This is the Nude Stick highlighter. I believe the shade is Illuminati. Like, mostly what you're seeing is plastic. I'm going to, technically I could call it done, because when I just did that little bit of a swatch, I just felt plastic rubbing. So I am going to keep it in my drawer, and I want to pull it one more time with the Alien palette because it pairs really well with that palette. But yeah, so I'm going to put it in there. Technically it could be done, but we're not going to be done with her. Some days I just use this, the Kat Von D eyeshadow in Thunderstruck. It made for a really good highlight. This week, what I want to use, what I'm excited to use, is finally this Laura Geller Gilded Honey highlight. Have you guys, I know you guys have had to have seen this. Like, I got this at TJ Maxx. It's one of my best purchases I've ever made. Look at that. Super pretty. And this is like stunning, as in it's going to like, people in outer space are going to be able to see it, but it's also like blends naturally in the skin. So it's like a really confusing combination, but like very beautiful. So love this. Gonna pull this. That was quick, but I think that's all for this drawer. I have everything eyes that isn't an eyeshadow palette. So I'm just gonna put back this Stila Single. I'm gonna put the look that I did with it on the screen right now. It is in the shade B-O-H-E-M-E. No idea how to say that, but I love it. It's not a glitter and glow, it's a shimmer and glow, and I loved it. My favorite look that I did of the entire week was on Halloween. So I put that black eyeshadow all over, like in the transition, like everywhere. And then I put this on top of it. And this is in Gold Goddess. I'll put that look on the screen right now. This is a glitter and glow. It just gives this like wet look to any eye look. I've used it before and I thought that I loved it, but I didn't want to say like, oh my god, it's an absolute fave based off of one look. And then I got this one. Gorgeous, stunning, love it, favorite. And then for, I also used these two together, the Maybelline Color Tattoo and the blue one, and then the Jelly Much Shadow Villains Collection from ColourPop in Just Your Voice. It's a blue color. I'll put that look on the screen right now. I mean, stunning. Every time I go to use that Jelly Much shadow, I'm like, oh, like I just see American Horror Story, like 80s makeup, but then you put it on and it's just like this classy, like amplified look, and it's so easy and so seamless. Love it. And then I also used this one a lot on like the nude shades, the Maybelline Color Tattoo, and like this rose gold champagne color. We're going to not pull any singles because that's a full-on palette this week. I still have the Urban Decay Primer Potion. Not going as strong as she normally is, but still going. So I'm going to pull that, keep that in. And then for mascaras, I just need to put up this Milk Kush mascara. I thought that it would be done. Even if it's not all the way used up after the next time that I use it, which will probably be next week, I'm going to call it quits because it's starting to flake or it's starting to dry out. I'm gonna put that up, and I'm just gonna pull this Laura Geller Lash Boss. I absolutely love this. I did not think that I would, because it looks completely cheap, but it just separates your lashes like no other. Like, it's a weird, you see that? Like, there's no bristles on one side and just all on the other. But I love it. So I'm gonna pull this. And then for eyeliners, I just need to put up this Urban Decay 24/7. I did wear this with that Blue Look eyeliner in Goddess. And I want to pull out this little project paint item to get more use out of it. The Urban Decay 24/7 Glide On Pencil in Starfire. It just looks like that. I think it would go well with that palette. And like I said, it's in a project pan, 6 by Sana. I'll link it down below. And then I need to put up this Goof Proof pencil. I hope I didn't break it. Might have broke it. Had to push it down this time. And I want to pull the Too Faced Brow Envy. I love this. Found it at TJ Maxx. Always set with this setting wax. Sometimes I use this blonde shade if I'm in a hurry and I want to be messy. Sometimes I do an ombre effect, and most of the time I just use this brunette. And I have started using the highlighter and absolutely loved it too. And I love that it comes with those little mini tools. It's absolutely a great product. And just to trade this little guy out, I'm going to put back the Kat Von D tattoo liner in Trooper and pull out the, where you at? Tarte Sex Kitten felt tip liner. And is that all? Yep, that's all for this drawer. The fun lippy drawer. So I just need to keep it in the Sephora Rose Hip lip balm per usual. Look at how little product I have. That's crazy. It's amazing. Highly recommend that. Keeping that in. I want to put up this one. It's the black shade that you've seen in Soul Sucker, the Jeffree Star. It looks stunning. I mean, I love that it had those gold flakes. It didn't just look like a black, you know what I mean? Like, it added an extra oomph. Loved it. I'm gonna put that back. And all the other days I wore Scorpio. And this is like one of my favorite colors, like a nude gray purple, because that exists. If it did, it'd be this color. So I'm gonna put that back. And then this week, let me see, I haven't thought about this. I don't like when I do that, because then I feel like it takes me forever. Okay, so this is what we're working with. I want like browns, I think. Maybe a purple because of that color. A copper if I have it. Do I have a copper? I don't know. Let's just dig in. Let's just dig in. Okay, so I do think I want to pull this Villains lip gloss in Puppies. I feel like that would be an easy, foolproof. Looks like that. So we're going to pull that. But I do want to try some... Oh, yes! Yes! Watch me say yes and then not pull it. This is Jeffree Star Fudge Pop. Oh yeah. Pull that one. And then let's do a safe one. Let's do a safe one. Maybe Hawkwind by Kat Von D. Yep. Let's do Hawkwind from Kat Von D. Yeah, so, well, that was easier than I thought. That's all for this drawer. Let's look at all the items that we pulled this week. I'm actually excited for my foundation, which would sound crazy if you just started watching, if you watched my channel before this primer came into my life. But the two together just make your skin feel so soft. I'm excited for all those lippies. Fudge Pop is like one of my favorite lippies of all time. I'm excited to get those packets out of my new drawer. I'm actually excited for that Subculture palette. I remember the last time I really enjoyed it. That mascara is amazing. Let me know in the comments below some products that you are using this week. And thanks for watching. Bye, guys.